a new kind of storm, preparing for unpredictable weather. The wind howled, rattling the reinforced windows of the Johnsons' house. Sarah peered outside, squinting through the darkness as the first droplets of rain splattered against the glass. The weather alerts had been non-stop for hours, warning of an impending storm unlike anything anyone had seen before. The term hybrid cyclone had flashed across every screen, sending shivers down her spine. In the living room, her husband Mark was securing the last of the storm shutters. Their 2 children, Emily and Jack, huddled together on the couch, eyes wide with a mix of excitement and fear. The family had gone through storms before, but this was different. The meteorologists had described it as a collision of high and low pressure systems with the added intensity of unexpected atmospheric patterns. It was a storm born from the chaos of a changing climate. "Mum, are we going to be okay?" Emily's voice trembled. Sarah forced a reassuring smile. "We'll be fine, sweetheart, we're prepared." Outside, the wind's fury intensified, whipping tree branches into a frenzy. The sky was a canvas of swirling dark clouds, illuminated sporadically by flashes of lightning. The rain began in earnest, pelting the roof with a relentless rhythm that drowned out the sound of everything else. Mark joined Sarah at the window, his expression grave. "I've never seen anything like this. The reports say it could last for days." Sarah nodded, gripping his hand. "We've got everything we need. Food, water, the generator. We just have to ride it out." A deafening crack of thunder shook the house, and the power flickered before plunging them into darkness. The generator hummed to life a moment later, casting a dim, comforting glow from the emergency lights. In the basement, the Johnsons had set up a makeshift shelter. Mattresses, blankets, and supplies were piled neatly, creating a small haven amidst the impending chaos. Sarah ushered the children downstairs, trying to mask her own anxiety. As they settled in, Mark turned on the emergency radio. Static filled the room before a voice broke through, crackling with urgency. "This is an emergency broadcast. The hybrid cyclone has made landfall. Winds are exceeding 150 miles per hour, with torrential rain and widespread flooding. Stay indoors, seek high ground if necessary, and do not attempt to travel." Sarah exchanged a worried glance with Mark. They were on high ground, but the sheer unpredictability of the storm was unnerving. The walls of their sturdy home seemed to vibrate with the storm's power, a constant reminder of nature's wrath. Hours turned into an eternity as the storm raged on. Sarah tried to keep the children's spirits up, telling stories and playing games by flashlight. The constant roar of the wind and the drumming of the rain became an omnipresent backdrop, fraying everyone's nerves. Mark checked the radio periodically, listening for updates. Each broadcast brought more bad news: rising floodwaters, destroyed homes, power outages across the region. The storm showed no signs of abating. Suddenly a new sound pierced the storm's cacophony, a high-pitched whine growing louder by the second. Sarah's heart pounded as she realized what it was. "A tornado," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the noise. Mark's eyes widened. "Everyone, get to the center of the basement, now!" They scrambled to the designated safe spot, a reinforced area surrounded by concrete. Huddled together, they clung to each other as the tornado's fury descended. The house above groaned and creaked, each sound magnified in the darkness. It felt like hours, but it was only minutes before the noise began to subside. The family stayed huddled together, breathless and trembling, until the silence was finally broken by the distant wail of emergency sirens. They emerged cautiously, surveying the damage. The house had held up, though several windows were shattered, and debris was scattered everywhere. The sky outside was still a churning mass of clouds, but the worst seemed to be over. Mark turned on the radio again, catching the tail end of an update. "The hybrid cyclone is moving north, weakening as it goes. Emergency services are mobilizing to assist affected areas. Stay indoors until given the all-clear." Relief washed over them, though it was tempered by the knowledge of what lay ahead. Sarah hugged her children tightly, grateful they were safe. "We made it through," she whispered, more to herself than anyone else. As they began the long process of cleaning up and assessing the damage, Sarah couldn't help but think of the future. This storm had been unlike any other, a harbinger of the unpredictable weather patterns to come. Preparing for storms would take on a new meaning now, with an ever-changing climate rewriting the rules. But for now, they were together, and they were safe. And that was enough.